Welcome back to my cozy nook in South Africa, from where I'm sharing everything that's going down in my garden this season. So if you are new to the channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. On today's episode, we're gonna head over to my dad's house. I'm keen to show you what he's been growing in his garden. Maybe we can even harvest something. Then I'm gonna take you into my garden and show you what's been growing and what's been happening. Let's not waste any time. Let's head on over to my dad's house.
O jette. Dit lyk soos 'n handjie. Kan ek dit doen, Daddy? Moet nie afklim nie.
Nee. Zo, reg.
Maar nou nie alles blik nie. Ja.
Ja.
Kom ek help papa op. Hoe gaan ek papa ophou?
Jy kom maar.
Sien jy hier voor dit?
Ja, dit is
Daai chilies.
chilies.
Dis die Tabasco chili.
Nee. Ja, die Tabasco daarvoor. Maar ons gaan nou skoon maak.
Ja, toe maar stak vas gaan. Eers kyk wat het pa nog hier so in die tuin. My dad will be turning 83 in February, and after 60 years of marriage, he is now alone after my mom's passing, and he's been keeping himself busy with the garden, and he's also been getting a lot of birds. He built all these bird homes, and he finds a female and a male. Currently he's got quite a few, and yes, he's keeping himself busy. He gets up early in the morning and he exercises, and he has his little chores, and I just absolutely adore my dad, and I'm so grateful that I have this time to spend with my father. Die tomatietjies is nou almal geharvest.
Mooi lekker hier.
Maar ja, hulle groei mooi. Nou papa nou nog die wortels. Nee, hulle is nog klein, my papa. Ja, nee. Nog klein. So die granate. My dad took a seed from a fruit of orange that he was eating and planted that tree there in the middle. However, it must have cross-pollinated because it came out as a lemon tree. Maar hulle sê die UV is baie erg vandag, hoor. stemsong.
Right.
Sien pappa weer.
Okay.
Lekker sonnig, dankie vir my kos. Hè? Ja. Ek gaan pappa vat. Nee. Love you. Bye. So these, I'm not quite sure exactly what variety these are, but I'm super excited. I've got different varieties of chilies popping up in the ground. My dad also gave me a Tabasco plant, which I actually planted close to the cucumbers. And then these are also big meaty tomatoes that are starting to flower. I've got another lettuce that I've just kept in a pot. My sunflowers are coming up nicely, and I've already started harvesting beans everywhere. In this patch I also went ahead and I planted a lot of beetroot, so the beetroot will also pull through to the winter season as well as the Swiss chard. The watermelon has not yet started to flower, but I'm hopeful. Hopefully I can still get at least one watermelon. And then my sunflower. So excited. It's taller than me. The beetroot's not doing too bad. I thought these were eggplant, but now I'm starting to think it might be something else. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. Some more beetroot, and then my melon. I'm so excited. The composting heap is looking really lovely. I've just been adding a lot onto it in terms of, as you can see, dried grass and leaves and twigs and some stuff from the braai, so if there's like charcoal left over or some ash. I also added into here as well as coffee grinds. But look at that, so beautiful and healthy. I've managed to sort of get the snails under control by using snail ban. I've only thrown it into the garden once. However, I've been reluctant to put more onto the ground. I still see some bites here and there in this patch with the Swiss chard, so I'm probably just going to have to do that again. Gone ahead and I've planted some purple basil, which has already gone to flower. So I'm just going to be harvesting those seeds, and then my turmeric is also doing really good in the ground. My other turmeric plant, which was flowering, the flowers have now started dying down, so I'm just going to have to see what I'm going to do with this area. However, I do see another flower popping up there, so I'm really excited because they're so beautiful to witness. Cucumbers are not doing too bad, and the snails are leaving it alone, so they are managing to ripen up nicely. With the squash, all the flowers are popping up. I know how well tomatoes and squash actually grow together. One that's actually flourishing. So I've got some nice beautiful strawberries that I can harvest from here, which is only 2 strawberries it seems. But the other patch is not doing too great. It's just been a mixture of really hot and really rainy days,
And with me returning back to work after my sabbatical, I haven't had as much time to look after my strawberries. So some of them are still flowering. My box is doing better than it was. Kale has started growing on a nice level. Some lettuce, and I've got some more green pepper growing in this patch as well. Super excited about this box. Got another tomato plant popping up here, and my fennel looks like it's had better days, so I'm gonna have to trim that down. I've left this fennel in the ground for quite a while and new shoots keep popping up, so what I'm gonna have to do is just trim that down and just make sure that I don't lose my whole fennel plant, because it's really quite tasty when using it in your cooking. I've got more kale popping up here, so that will pull through into the winter season, as well as all the beetroot that I've got in the ground. So usually over the winter season there's more sun in this area, and then whatever I've planted actually then just starts to flourish throughout the winter. The figs have not really been all that great. We have some small figs that are still on the tree. The big fig trees, one really produced fruit, the other one did not. Composting heap is one gigantic tomato heap now, filled with red tomatoes everywhere. So I'm going to harvest that and I'm going to make some tomato jam. Then we have a lemon tree that just does not stop producing lemons throughout the season. Whether it's winter, summer, spring or autumn, this lemon tree produces lemons. That is also producing so many fruits. Thanks so much for hanging with me. It has been such a pleasure. Do tune in again next week when I'm going to be tagging you along on my road trip to the Northern Cape. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything specific that you would like to see on this channel, any cool recipes or something that you've been wondering about. But until I see you again, remember to stay gardening and stay shining.